Hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video de Hitman 3. Hoy con lo que vendría siendo la tercera misión, que es Muerte en la familia. Alexa Carslide, si se pronuncia así, es una mujer que tiene mucho poder, una mujer fría calculadora, para resumirles un poco la historia. Y ella es parte de esta organización que Agente 47 está tratando de erradicar. Los objetivos son eliminarla a ella y encontrar el informe. Aquí pueden ver rapidito, si quieren hacer una pausa rapidito, pueden ver esa historia y encontrar el informe, ¿ok? Los objetivos, como ven, y bueno, esto promete, es una mansión donde está toda la familia de ella y está súper custodiada. Entonces, bueno, el nivel de dificultad novato, sinceramente, todavía no tengo el nivel para jugar ni siquiera en profesional. Es rudo, en verdad, con mi respeto para quienes juegan Hitman en niveles superiores. Entonces, no le he dado un vistazo a esta misión, salvo lo que están viendo acá. Y hay varios objetivos que pueden sumar puntos de experiencia. Varias formas de asesinato, ¿no? Hay una manera de asesinarla mientras está tomándose una foto familiar, otra siendo un detective privado, por lo que estuve leyendo los objetivos. La otra no me viene.
Thornbridge Manor.
Okay.
The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Reverend Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Bueno, este es el investigador privado. Ajá.
Phineas Whitman, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
Aquí está una bajadita.
I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
¿Por dónde pasa hasta aquí?
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on! Good job. What? What the hell was that? I'm awesome.
Yo creo que esta es la manera. Sí, señor. Aquí está. Arrastrar el cuerpo. Y lo vamos a arrastrar escondidito. Y lo soltamos. Pero no sé por qué tengo la impresión de que yo tengo que soltar este objeto y soltar el cable, porque me pasó en la misión anterior con cuando robé al otro tipo que iba a matar a uno de los ¿cómo se llama? Objetivos. cuando quedé con el arma y todo lo demás, y ¿cómo es que le llama eso? Cateos que los revisan, no me dejaban pasar. O sea, vamos a ver que nos cateen
Mr.
aquí.
Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me.
Ok. Ah, no, estamos haciendo pasar por el
I
detective
know I
privado.
oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this
How are you today,
security.
sir?
I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. Well, this is
Okay.
what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I could just cry.
Sorry, I just need to do a quick search if you want to get through.
Ok.
Just routine.
¿Viste? ¡Ah! Buena esa, me adelanté.
Yeah, I bet it does there, cue ball. Thank you.
All right, man. Aquí está
Mr.
la...
Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Vamos directo.
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
If you follow me, will sir. British English. Ok, entonces hay una escena de crimen donde...
I feel obliged to point out
Yeah.
that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
Ok.
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Tranquilo, yo me aseguraré
Before
que
you
esté así.
inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is
Perfecto.
Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Alright. Entonces, la viejita se está haciendo pasar por
A locked
muerta.
room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Ok, la viejita se hizo pasar por
Why
muerta.
don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Sí, ya voy para allá. Pero lo que quería decir es, si mujer me deja hablar, es que si hay una mortadela, ok, menos mal que dejemos la cámara, la seleccionamos y la usamos con L2. Escanéalo.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Ok. Vamos a ver qué otra cosa. Bueno, no creo que... ¿A dónde es que es la visión? Ajá, aquí tienen que haber otras cosas. Ajá, fíjense, aquí hay un objeto. Ah. No. Ahí está la computadora, ok. Vamos a examinarla.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Ujú. Si alguien se va a suicidar, no tiene por qué estar comprando esas trivialidades. Ok.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting.
De su
It could be
caligrafía.
relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Ok, buen punto. Vamos a ver si hay algo más aquí que con los que pueda interactuar. Sí, ahí hay un libro. Ah, un panic room.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Mira.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Ok. Déjame chequear si hay algo más. Parece que no hay algo más. Inclusive creo que podemos salir por acá.
Any kind of explanation. It's bloody rude, that's what it is.
Ok, viste que no puedo entrar a las habitaciones de ellos. Pero creo... Vamos a ver. Déjame... Desciendo. Trepo. Y creo que ahora sí puedo. Esta habitación está clausurada. Ah, y un balcón. Muy bien. Esto tiene que ser uno de los hijos. Atravesar. ¿Sí? ¿No hay nadie adentro? No. Vamos a ver. ¿Con qué podemos interactuar aquí? Sí, hay varias cositas. Mira, en la mesa. Lo primero.
A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Madame Carlisle's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. There's no family without secrets, 47. But this family seemed to outdo most.
Porque no puedo conversar con él.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlisle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you
Lo
to
que
Madame
queremos.
Carlisle.
Ok. Entonces,
Yeah, hey, bro.
Vemos informes. Bien. Gregory Carlyle, Edward Carlyle, Rebecca Carlyle, Emma Carlyle, Patrick Carlyle y el mayordomo. Entonces, estos son los suspects. Ok. Bien. Este es el que está activo.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Primero vamos a ver las coartadas de los sospechosos. Ajá.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr.
My
Detective.
alibi, Mr. Detective.
Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Okay.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
No me interesas.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Ok. ¿Dónde está el otro? Where's the other one? ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
Privacy. Maybe stop keeping an eye on me. Who put you up to this?
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Ferns.
Back off a
Make
bit,
sure
would
you
you?
focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around here,
Patrick
Mr.
Carlyle,
Don't worry about
can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
No. That's all. No necesito más nada de ti. Bien. Creo que solamente nos falta este que sí está tomando aquí. Parece ser como objetivo.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
No, este no es. Veamos el informe. Entonces, ya el hombre está descartado, ¿viste? Coartada confirmada, interrogada, interrogado. Entonces, sus coartadas están confirmadas. Para mí es ella. No sé por qué, pero para mí es ella. Ok, entonces, creo que el otro punto...
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures.
Dice que todavía los tengo que interrogar más y no hemos confirmado la coartada.
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
No.
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Ah.
You want to check on the undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
No, si yo uso la palanca y me ven, me sapean. Pero vamos a hacer como en la otra habitación. Mira, a ver. Una puertica aquí de una vez, chicos. De una. No, atravesar. Mira, una laptop de una vez.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Descartada. Solamente hay un cuadro. Es decir, que con esto ya está descartada la señora. Qué chulo, ¿no?
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from McCullough.
Wow.
Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
Este es el abogado. O sea, me metí donde no debía, casi que me... Mira cómo se ve en el espejucho. ¡Ajá! Chulardo. Bueno, vamos a salir como todo un campeón. Bueno, luego de deambular un rato, ya puedo demostrar que, creo, ya tengo todo listo. Fíjense, ya tengo los interrogatorios. Aquí pueden ver que en la habitación de Zachary, el que fue muerto, están las 6 pistas encontradas. La habitación de Emma y Gregory, tengo las 4 pistas, están listas. O sea, estoy mostrando lo que he logrado. Las 2 pistas en la habitación de Rebecca. Y me falta encontrar la oficina del señor Fernsby, que es el mayordomo. Revisando aquí el mapa, este es el único punto. Fíjense que ahí en la leyenda dice zona no descubierta. Entonces me paré aquí en el recibidor para que me acompañe hasta ese punto. Así que vamos. Abrir. Dice oficina de Fernsby. Sí,
Mr. Fernsby's office.
Mira un sable. Uy, qué chulo. Ajá. Ok. Si tenemos que usar la pata de cabra, lo usamos. Bien. Aquí lo obvio es, fíjense, una lista. Muy bien. Esto lo marcó también, miren. Diario.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently,
what?
Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Ok, ya el mayordomo está descartado.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Si tengo todas las pistas, sí. Entonces, vamos a ver, fíjense. Es un posible sospechoso. Pero, perdón. Todas las pistas aquí, todas las pistas aquí, todas las pistas. Y en el invernadero hay una pista más, fíjense, que sería bueno encontrar. Pienso que deberíamos, porque llave maestra en la mansión. Ok. Algo más que nos sirva. No. Entonces vamos a ir por ese invernadero. El invernadero está para allá. A ver. No. Creo que es más para que este lado. Esta es la salida. Ahí está el invernadero. A ver. No, tampoco.
Looking good today, sir.
Gracias a la mecate. Ay, ¿dónde está ese freaking invernadero? Me faltó, ahí está. Entonces nos faltó esa pequeña pista del invernadero. Pensé que las había chequeado todas. Pero con esto tendríamos todos los detalles para saber quién hizo qué. Dice que puede ser el viejo. Pero... no sé por qué ese libro. Vamos a ver si es con la cámara. Ok. Ah, mira, ¿ves?
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer.
Viste,
Quite
yo
the detective,
sabía.
47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
No. Creo que esos son todos, porque ya la lista dice que todo está marcado. Entonces vamos con el abuelo. El viejoski, ¿dónde está mi viejoski? Está arriba. Son mayordomos y caminan, pana. Aquí viene. Mira, mi viejo. Está resuelto.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Of course. Mr. Fernsby. Obviously. Ok, creo que aquí voy a quedar a solas con la señora. Vamos a ver. Ah, mira, ves, esta era la escalera donde no podía acceder. Qué chulo, ¿no? Un trabajo detectivesco ahí. Nunca me esperaba este tipo de misión.
Looking good, looking good.
Y aquí viene nuestra víctima. Si él va a entrar primero que la víctima a la habitación.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Gracias.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Aquí se tomará asiento, me supongo.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Acusar a Emma.
Niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
Le soltó toda la sopa.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed when you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
Quiero el informe.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it.
What? La manera más fácil de obtener el informe.
You to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame.
Ya saben que él es el asesino.
Some other way then.
O sea, en vez de yo tener que robarlo, la misma vieja me lo va a dar.
God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Greetings, sir.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Hay una manera de bajar por el tubo. Ahí está. Bueno, más salía a lo grande, pues.
No need to panic. Any temps on today? I'd like to know about these details.
Está la escalera. Solo tenemos que irnos, señores. Demasiado oscuro.
Carlyle? Carlyle, are you there?
Hey, Rebecca. Do you see this?
Vamos a salir por la puerta grande, ¿ves? Listo. ¿Qué tal? Mira, aquí están mis cosas, ¿eh? Mi cable de fibra, papá. Saltamos.
47.
Y no.
They're everywhere. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
Ok. En lo siguiente está por ocurrir algo intenso. Pero, señores, hemos terminado la misión de Hitman. Yeah. Sin un disparo, sin que me detectaran. Siendo un detective, maestro de la casa. Sí, vamos a ver. Puntaje final, 4000 de experiencia. Oh, hice unas cuantas cositas. Mira. $20,000 de desafíos completados. A ver. Oh, asesino limpio de la agencia. Ah. Mira, sígueme dándome puntos. Valoración de la misión, 4 estrellas de 5. Yo pienso que por el tiempo, me tardé 1 hora 11 minutos. Obviamente ustedes no van a tener ese tiempo en el gameplay. Pero gracias por acompañarme en esta nueva aventura de Hitman. Y nos estamos viendo en un siguiente video. Bye.